Imagine uploading a chart, a screenshot, and a photo all at once, and getting a real answer instead of, "I can't read images." Most people never test the actual limits until they hit a wall mid-project, and the number isn't what you think. Before we get into it, if this kind of breakdown helps you, tap like, drop a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Let's talk about how many images you can actually upload, because the answer depends entirely on which plan you're using, and almost nobody explains this clearly. On the free plan, image uploads exist, but they are tightly capped. You get a small number of image uploads per day, and that's it. Once you hit that cap, you're locked out until it resets. This is by design. The free tier is meant to give you a taste, not a full workflow. Now, here's where it gets interesting. On the Pro plan, the daily restriction basically disappears, but a new limit shows up per query. Each time you send a message, you can attach up to 4 images at once. Not 40, not unlimited in one shot. 4 per query. If you need to analyze more than 4 images, you simply split them across multiple messages in the same conversation, and it works fine. But there's a catch most people miss. Images don't have their own separate bucket. They share a pool with regular file uploads. On the Pro plan, that pool is 10 files per prompt. So if you attach 4 images, you've already used 4 of your 10 available slots in that single message, leaving only 6 for documents, PDFs, or anything else you want to include in the same query.
This matters a lot if you're doing research that mixes images and documents. Say you're comparing product photos against a spec sheet. If you're not paying attention, you can accidentally hit your file cap with images alone and have no room left for the PDF you actually needed. For enterprise accounts, the structure shifts again. Enterprise Pro and Max users can attach up to 30 files per upload in a session, each file up to 50 megabytes. But even here, the 4 image per query rule still applies. That number doesn't change just because you're on a bigger plan. It's a per query ceiling built into how the system processes visual input, not a storage limit. Now let's talk file size, because this trips people up constantly. Every file, including images, has a 50 megabyte ceiling. If you're uploading a massive uncompressed photo straight from a modern phone or a high-res scan, you can blow past that without realizing it. The fix is simple: compress before you upload. A slightly smaller file uploads faster and processes faster, with basically no loss in what the model can read from it. There's also a retention detail almost nobody talks about. Files and images you upload into a regular conversation thread are not permanent. They get deleted after 7 days. So if you're working on a long-term project and re-uploading the same reference images every few days, you're wasting time. Instead, save your files into a persistent space. Files placed there stick around until you delete them yourself, instead of quietly expiring on you. Let's go a layer deeper. Model choice actually affects your image limits too. If you're using an advanced model inside the platform rather than the standard default model, you'll often hit daily and weekly caps faster. Advanced models are more resource intensive, so heavier restrictions apply to how often you can use them with attachments. If you're doing high volume image work, sticking with the standard model stretches your usage a lot further before you bump into any wall. Here's a practical scenario. Say you're a designer reviewing 5 mockups against a competitor's screenshots. You can't throw all of them into one message. You're capped at 4. So the smart move is to batch them. Send the first 4, get feedback, then send the 5th with a follow-up question referencing what was just discussed. Because it's the same conversation thread, the model remembers the earlier images and can compare across messages. You're not really losing anything by splitting the batch, you're just pacing it correctly. Another thing worth mentioning, not every image is treated equally well. Certain types of images are explicitly discouraged. Medical images, images that are upside down or rotated, panoramic shots, anything containing identifiable people or explicit content. If an image isn't reading correctly, before assuming it's a bug, check 3 things. Is it right side up? Is it a supported format like PNG, JPEG, WebP, or GIF? And does it avoid those restricted categories? 9 times out of 10, that's the actual issue. Now, if you're building something programmatically, using the API rather than the regular chat interface, the rules shift slightly again. Through
the API, you send images as either a direct URL or as base64 encoded data, and the same 50 megabyte per image cap applies. If you're pulling images from URLs, make sure the link points straight to the actual image file, not a website that just displays a preview of it. That's a common mistake that causes silent failures. And just like the interface version, compressing images before encoding them saves both processing time and cost. So to bring this all together, the free plan gives you a small daily image quota. The Pro plan removes the daily cap but limits you to 4 images per single query, sharing a 10-file pool with documents. Enterprise raises the total files per upload, but keeps that same 4 image per query rule intact. Every file, regardless of plan, tops out at 50 megabytes, and anything uploaded to a normal conversation disappears after 7 days unless you move it into a persistent space. If you take one thing from this, it's that the real bottleneck isn't your plan, it's your workflow. Batch smart, compress your files, use the standard model for high volume work, and store anything long-term in a space instead of a regular thread. Do that and you'll almost never bump into these limits in a way that actually slows you down. If this saved you some trial and error, do me a favor. Like the video, leave a comment with what you're using image uploads for, and subscribe for more breakdowns like this one.